get you to join me. Great man. And welcome. And this is Saturday Night Live, and we are 2 days into our exciting time at for the Ride With Me event. And I'm joined, hopefully, I can work through. Obviously, I had a bit of a technical issue, and hopefully, working to get my great man and friend. Asher Packman, who is President of Meditation Australia, the founder and the big boss at the Warrior Within, which is a huge international now male support and development group that works through a range of things. So we're working through that, and hopefully we can get connected in and see whether a few people are coming on and working through. So are you around? So just bear with me. Hopefully this works. Who's coming on and who's not coming on? If it's not working, I'm not too sure. Asher, where are you, buddy? I have to call Silas. Thanks, Sam. No, you're not. No, alright. Yeah? No, it's not happening there. I'm still trying to work this out. Sorry, people, and I do apologise. And I'm as technologically savvy as a pencil, so let's see if this works. It's all happening here. I do apologise. Slowly bear with me, beautiful people. Asher, where are you? You're going to have to join me, Asher. Okay, that works. What's happening there? So it's just going to have to be a turnaround. I'm going to have to rejig this, and hopefully it works. I'll come back to it. It's mate, it's. Anyway, it's day 2. Asher, I do apologise. I'm not too sure what I've done here or what I haven't done. So it's but we'll pump through quickly, and we'll get some people back involved as I try to work through this. So it is day 2. There's been an amazing amount of social sharing, messaging coming through. Obviously through everybody's pages and everyone's challenges that they're taking on, which has been an amazing experience for all involved. And we are now have just ticked over $271,522 on the fundraising, which we're greatly appreciative of. I think that I have to pinch myself every sort of moment going through this to see this is actually happening. So it's and it is, and myself, I've done 160 k's and 3,000 or something climbing over the last 2 days just in my garage, as you can see here, as you are pumping through. So looking forward to getting out on the road tomorrow in Team Wombat. So my cousin Sammy Turner and I, who will be look like wombats on bikes, we'll actually be pushing ourselves, and we're going to target at 200 k's and 2,000 metres of climbing. Then meeting up with a few of the other crew members that are joining in as a part of the Ride With Me event, which is obviously going big guns at the moment, and all over the world, and seeing the messaging and social messaging that's coming from people all over the world that are participating in Ride With Me is amazing. So, but as I said, it's I've got supposed to have Asher Packman on with us. I do apologise, Asher. I'm not too sure how this is working and how this is not working. But to go on with the ride, as I said, the amount of people that have been fundraising, the response has been absolutely through the roof. So I'm really, as I said, humbled by the response and everyone's efforts been putting into this. There's been a couple of special efforts in terms of how crazy some people have put themselves up to and where they're going, and that is I spoke to a man this morning who is it just blew me mind. Who's completed a 24 hours Rift session, and he'll do it in about 20 minutes. He'll finish. So, which is just awesome when you think about that very experience. And his name's Carl Lowenberg. There's been a number of people that have done Everesting, which for those that don't know, Everesting is riding up the equivalent of Mount Everest on the same hill. So you've actually got to repeat the same hill, same climb over and over and over again without sleeping. That's the idea. You can't sleep. As soon as you sleep, then your Everest attempt is over. So certain people are taking, I think, about sort of 15 to 16 hours to complete that event, which I look forward to doing that next year, end of February, start of March, and completing that mission. But I've got about 8 kilos to lose before then, because they don't. They reckon it's pretty hard for a wombat to get up Everest. So, looking forward to that. As I said, there's a main number of people. Another friend of ours and a person that I've been known for a while, Robbie Rutley, rode 110 kilometres today on his mountain bike, which is the same thing, an amazing effort. And our board member, Matty Pilios, and co-founder, who I don't think has ridden a bike since the year 10 days, going to school. And he jumped on and he was able to borrow bikes and get it all, and all happening, and rode, I think, close to 65-70 kilometres today. And in runners, and which is just a huge, especially the conditions that we've had in Melbourne today being extremely windy. But it's the responses, as I said, from the amount of people, with the fundraising, the efforts, people putting themselves out there. I can't get over it. And we've still got 3 days to go. I'll be doing a heap of lives tomorrow throughout my journey, getting out on the road. For me, it's probably about the 15th time I've actually been on the road with my bike. So I'm a little bit nervy to see how that all goes, but I'm sure that my chaperone, Sammy, will make sure that I'm all coping all right and get home safely. And I'm going to meet a couple of people that are doing some amazing efforts tomorrow, so looking forward to that. And then moving through from there, obviously, then we'll have on Sunday, obviously not tomorrow night, I will be having a rest because I just don't think I can actually make it after putting that effort in tomorrow. So, but anyway, we're having a rest night because it is Sunday, the day of rest. And then Monday we're back with Mike Schneider, who's the MD at Managing Director at Bunnings Group, who's also a lovely board member. So, and who's also participating in Ride With Me and being a huge supporter of the foundation and the work that we do for the last sort of 4 to 5 years. So we're really excited about having him on board. And then finishing off with the founder of Knights of Suburbia, or co-founder of Knights of Suburbia on Tuesday night to finish off the event. Russell Lee, who is very excited to talk about the vision and moving forward and what cycling in the Knights of Suburbia means to the world now. So, the one disappointing fact I had today was that I didn't get to do my ride with Alexander, who's come down and he had a little bit of a sniffles, a bit of a cold, and we thought we'll actually save him for on Tuesday afternoon to ride his 5Ks and finish his event. Which we're a little bit excited about. He's excited about. We're all the whole family was shattered today that we couldn't do it. But it's the same thing. It's very exciting just to get him involved and make it happen there. So we'll get that happening there. But please, as I said, keep sharing the messaging. Reach out if you need some help. Love me, love you. In terms of we talk about the exciting thing that this event is happening, but the idea is that. Love Me Love You is here about education and support. So if in any way which your organisation, school, club, wherever you'd like to get us involved, please reach out to us. The exposure for us as an organisation, so we can positively impact the mental health outcomes of our community is what we're all about. There's nothing that we won't be able to do. And if we can't do it, we have one of the greatest networks in terms of the mental health and wellbeing sector in the allied health as well, to talk about education, support, resource, whatever it might be, to make sure that you're getting through yourself or the person right next to you. But moving forward, we've obviously been our first week out of, this will be our first weekend properly out of the COVID restrictions in Melbourne. But please, people, I do see people just thinking, just go and jump back into their normal ways of what they were doing before restrictions. Please understand that there's still chances of things happening. So make sure you're taking all the right measurements, to all the right safety measures. Please, I'm standing in line at a cafe waiting for my coffee. There's no need to be standing right on top of me while I do that. The same thing when you're at parks and all those sorts of things. We're just trying to stay on top of it so that we don't get locked down again. Because, as I said, someone said to me yesterday that we jump back straight into this. I hate to think about what's going to happen in our society for those people in terms of their mental health journey if we get locked down again. So please just understand how that looks for everybody involved. So as we move forward, and then as an organisation, our board members, there's a heap of strategy going into what 2021 looks like for us as an organisation. We've got some exciting things happening, some big developments, big growth opportunities, big partnerships that we should be launching into. That has taken a lot of work and pushing forward within our sports and school work, but also in our corporate area of education and support and training, especially with our Welfare Warrior training session program that is being offered and being sort of facilitated, and we're about to launch into that, doing for that into high schools as well, for year 10s and above, which in 2021 looks like an exciting program to be a part of. So, but as I said, moving forward, please understand if you need some help, please reach out to us. We can help you navigate through that mental health system, because that's what it's about. I will endeavour to get Asher Packman back. I do apologise, Asher. One of the greatest men. For the people that don't know who Asher Packman is, he's the president of Meditation in Australia. He was a former lifestyle. It was probably the envy of a lot of people in the position that he held. I think he was vice president of marketing and relationships or something like that for Warner Brothers. It was high-flying corporate marketing world. Was living the life, but was probably living the lie internally with how he's going about it. And I look forward to sharing his story with everybody, and now what he does in helping hundreds and hundreds of men. Obviously a lot of his work is focused through that male world, but he hundreds and hundreds of men every year, I know he has changed their lives. And it's the same for me. The presence of being around Asher for me has always been an amazing experience. Such a soul-soothing sort of fella. And when you see him, it's a bit hard to understand when you see him on the TV or the camera or your phone. But he's a big giant of a man who's just absolutely beautiful, inside and out, and just makes it all happen. So I look forward to getting him back, because it's one not to be missed. But for those people still rocking out there, and Asher, we appreciate your time, as I said, and I'm sorry about tonight. But as everyone moving forward, please reach out. I spoke with Kirsten last night, Kirsten Corbin, who's the executive manager at Big Health, and we're talking about how COVID period has impacted people differently, and I've said this in terms of all of our experiences in our life. The same experience impacts people differently, and it can be you can either play victim, and we can really take it bang, and it's really hurt, and I can make excuses, and I can push forward like that, and then I accept all this sympathy, and I just want it all to happen, or I can make something out of it, and I can literally smack it in the face. I can make sure I'm using that position of power, and I put myself into a position to say, I've got this, and we've got this, and we're going to make this happen. Because as a community, we're all starting to happy to understand how we play our role and simplify our practices and simplify how we go about things. Because the idea of, I said to someone the other day about the fact that coming out, I just want to come out of COVID better than I went in, and I believe I have. As a person, as an individual, probably as a leader of the organisation. Fitness, my self-care practices, everything sort of is really gone through the roof. So it's, there's a lot of investment that goes into that, and it's sad the fact that something like this last 6 months has had to force us into that position. But as I said, it's created the opportunity And I always say, every time I talk about the fact that from the darkest of places we find the brightest of lights. And we need to understand how that works. You need to be able to shine that light on your path moving forward. And that's the only way we can move forward. Take those experiences and make it a positive. And whatever it is, no matter how bad it is, and I understand bad experiences and negative experiences and abusive and traumatic experiences in one's life. I've been through it all. But you've got to use it as motivation to move forward and show this world how beautiful and how amazing you are. So please make that happen for everybody involved in your life, and you, the most important person in your life, and that's the person that looks back in the mirror every single day. I do apologise firstly as well from a couple of the lives that happened this morning. Or you saw old sweaty, puffing and panting, Lance Picconi. But this is what we're doing, and it's very exciting. But as I said, if you've got anything you'd like to talk about, reach out to us. We're always here to help. As I said to Asher, next I will organise this better. Again, but this is what the world does. The technology. As I said, I'm technologically as savvy as a pencil, and it just didn't quite happen tonight, so I apologise for that. But as we move forward, I guarantee you it'll be one not to be missed. So good luck and thank you very much. Remember that you are never alone, and that we are all a part of one big happy family. Love me, love you, and thank you very much, and goodbye.